Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man. One of the videos that give us cause to...
Have you ever seen a superstar lose their composure? Have you ever watched an entire league shift from confidence to collapse in just moments? Tonight, we explore the turmoil that unfolded when Brittney Griner found herself under intense pressure, and how Riley Gaines delivered a fierce criticism that left the WNBA reeling. Griner stepped onto the court with her usual composed presence. The crowd was buzzing with excitement, and everything seemed perfectly normal, until suddenly it wasn't. In one instant, she was in complete control of the game. In the next, whispers of panic began to spread.
Sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a female chest, we have to take this down. Oftentimes, if breast cancer runs in a family, women will preemptively get double mastectomies. And there are some great surgeons out there, don't get me wrong, but I don't see any scars on Brittney's chest.
Before we continue, a quick request. If you're enjoying this content, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. A large number of viewers watch without subscribing, and while it's completely free, it really helps support us. Have you subscribed yet? Thanks so much for your support. Now, let's get back to the video.
Brittney Griner was caught on tape during a game with the Indiana Fever, dropping racial slurs against Caitlin Clark, and pretty obviously doing.
The spark came from a simple moment, a bold statement by Riley Gaines. Known for stirring debate, Gaines delivered a striking comment that left Brittney Griner and league officials caught off guard. Fans in the arena leaned in, wondering if what they were witnessing was real. By the time the game ended, social media had exploded. Clips of Gaines's remarks spread rapidly online, drawing intense reactions. Griner's team rushed to respond, while the WNBA released a statement that seemed to raise more questions than answers. It was a moment of pure chaos. Ahead, we'll unpack every detail. You'll hear what was said, sense the tension, and understand why this incident could shape the future of the league.
Quote of Brittney Griner, what she said about the NBA. This is so funny how all this stuff works out, right? She says, this is from Brittney. Every time we play her, there's this commotion.
Brittney Griner had been having a strong season. She delivered highlight-worthy dunks and continued to earn respect across the league. Off the court, she spoke calmly about unity, while on the court, her performance spoke for itself. Everything seemed to be going smoothly. Then Riley Gaines entered the picture. Known for speaking out on issues she believes are unfair in sports, Gaines has never held back. With her background as a competitive swimmer, she carried both confidence and a strong sense of conviction. When she talks, people pay attention. A few days earlier, Gaines had hinted that she was keeping a close eye on the situation, saying she would speak up if necessary. Some fans agreed, while others dismissed her comments. No one expected what would follow. During a post-game interview, Gaines delivered a sharp and direct critique. It wasn't subtle, it was a forceful challenge to Griner's actions. Speaking live on television, she questioned why Griner was back on the court so soon after the incident involving Caitlin Clark. Her tone was firm and uncompromising. What made the moment so striking was the contrast between the two figures. Griner represents the established presence of the WNBA, experienced, composed, and proven. Gaines, on the other hand, reflects a newer wave of athletes who openly combine sports with social commentary. When their perspectives collided, it created undeniable tension.
When it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of AI detection and plus manual surveyors to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted...
Media outlets rushed to capture key reactions, while social media quickly filled with intense debate. Some supporters praised Riley Gaines for her boldness, while others stood firmly behind Brittney Griner and her legacy. Caught in the middle, the WNBA's public relations team felt the pressure mounting. League officials were used to handling issues quietly, addressing them early and moving on, but this situation was different. Gaines's remarks carried such impact that staying silent was no longer an option. In fact, any attempt to downplay the situation only seemed to make it worse. Inside the locker room, tension was unmistakable. Griner's teammates spoke in low voices, some offering encouragement, others visibly uneasy. Everyone understood what was coming next. Difficult questions from reporters, relentless social media reactions, and analysts replaying the moment repeatedly. Griner herself remained silent, focused as she prepared, taping her wrists and keeping her eyes down. A few teammates offered quiet gestures of support, but no one seemed to know exactly what to say. The atmosphere had shifted from energetic and strategic to tense and uncertain. Off to the side, team staff and officials held hushed discussions. Should they release a public statement? Should they push back against Gaines's claims? Every option felt risky, and each decision carried the potential to escalate the situation further.
Say that is this video. It is from her Instagram stories from years and years ago.
When Brittney Griner finally addressed the situation, her response was short and carried a noticeable tension. She maintained that her words had been misunderstood, suggesting the clip circulating online had been edited, and encouraged viewers to watch the full version for context. However, many people weren't interested in longer explanations. They wanted immediate clarity. Meanwhile, Riley Gaines seized the moment. She released a side-by-side audio analysis, carefully explaining what she heard and why she believed it was significant. The breakdown was concise, impactful, and quickly gained traction online. Sports radio shows buzzed with discussion, podcasts revisited the controversy, and even casual fans began sharing their opinions. The WNBA trended across social media, but largely for negative reasons. Each new angle seemed to highlight inconsistencies in the league's messaging. At the center of the debate was a broader question of fairness. Gaines challenged why Griner continued to receive support while other players had faced stricter consequences for less serious incidents. Fans pointed to past suspensions, fines, and disciplinary actions involving less prominent athletes. The controversy evolved into a debate over double standards. Should the league have acted more decisively? Or did Griner's status as a star afford her extra leniency? Commentators criticized both sides, and the WNBA found itself defending not just one player, but its overall system of accountability. Trust in the league's responses began to erode, as official statements were widely perceived as disconnected. The more the league tried to justify its position, the more the situation seemed to escalate.
Or the ticky-tack fouls that we were talking about earlier today.
Brittney Griner faced intense scrutiny as every moment of her game drew attention, while social media turned the controversy into a spectacle. Fans split into opposing sides, some defending her, others praising Riley Gaines for raising tough questions. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark remained silent despite being at the center of the broader narrative. As her rising career, including international opportunities, sparked debate, she became both celebrated and criticized. The rivalry with Angel Reese added further intensity, symbolizing a new era in women's basketball. Beyond the drama, the situation highlighted deeper issues about fairness, star power, and the global future of the sport. While leagues and teams worked to manage the pressure, Clark's growing influence signaled a shift, turning the story into not just a sports moment, but a cultural and business turning point.